slattern, you heathen, you wall-eyed heifer. You're a heathen. For shame, for shame. Are you still taking drugs and getting drunk at night till you pass out in some stranger's bed?
Anna, please. I've told you that's not my life anymore.
And a liar to boot. Don't deny it. I know a slattern niece when I'm looking at her.
That's right, Eve. There's room for TC right in the kitchen. Any minute he'll be leaving on Irma and finding out all about you.
And who the hell are you? You're supposed to be taking me to the Mohegan Sun so I can play the slots. J-Lo's mother won a fortune there, and now it's my turn.
You will go soon, Aunt Irma, I promise. We're just going to meet Eve's husband.
Spit it out, damn it. You tell me my son's name. Maybe I ought to count this money again. He could have slipped in some counterfeit bills.
The money is all there and it's all real. Now you just tell me where I can find my son.
Sure you want to know? I told you the name can come as a real shockaroo.
Don't play games with me. I am not in the mood.
Yeah, well, this is not just about you and your mood, Mr. Crane. Only good time.
His mother and I have waited over 20 years to find him, and if you don't tell me right now...
Keep your pants on. My life's on the line here. As soon as I spill the beans to you, I'm going to have to scram on out of town, or your father will have me killed.
If you don't tell me right now, I'll be the one to kill you. Do you understand?
All right. You don't have to get nasty about it. I'll tell you your son's name right now.
Okay. Wait a second. What did you just say? It's you, Whitney. The girl that Fox is in love with. The reason he hasn't told any of us her name is because it's you. Fox is in love with you.
Don't die, please. Stefan. Please.
What happened?
She's having a seizure and she's bleeding. Is she going to be all right?
Just stay back. Just stay back. I don't understand. She was fine when I left the room.
Well, she was, but she kept asking about Antonio and... What? You know how she gets.
Oh, no, you did not tell her about him.
Well, I couldn't hide it from her. He's her firstborn son.
Oh, my God.
She had a right to know.
Oh, my God, Louise. Oh, my God.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Tell me, damn it, you tell me my son's name.
You got it, Mr. Crane. His name is...
What, damn it? What is it?
Just that I've never seen a Crane so upset about anything before. Usually I'm on the job for your old man, and you know he doesn't show bupkis as far as emotion goes.
I want observations about my dysfunctional family. I would hire Dr. Phil. Now you just tell me what I paid you to find out.
Sure thing. I was just wondering if this is more for you or for that woman you mentioned before. You know, your kid's mother.
Not that it's any of your business. As hard as it's been for me not to know where my son is, it's been doubly hard for his mother, whose heart was broken when she lost him the way she did right after he was born.
Snatched, huh?
Yes, and she's lived with the pain of his kidnapping for all these years, and I damn well promised her I'd find him for him.
Well, we all know how well the Cranes keep their promises. You're in love with this lady, aren't you?
God help me, yes.
And you got a bigger problem than just what your son's name is.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
The woman you had the baby with. She's married now, right?
That's none of your damn business.
Hey, a man's got to do what a man's got to do. But what are you going to do when I give you your son's name? It's not like you can Go running to your ex-old lady and break the good news. Isn't her husband going to have something to say about all this?
For the last time, stop with the questions and tell me my son's name.
10 to 1, the husband doesn't even know the two of you had a thing way back when.
You've got 10 seconds to tell me his name.
My guess is hubby wouldn't be too happy to hear about some love child his wife had with Julian Crane. How's he going to explain it to the other teachers at the high school? How's Dr. Eve Russell going to explain it to her colleagues at Harmony Hospital?
You said you told me about the Russells.
Give me a break. It's my business to know these things.
Eve and I will figure out a way to tell her husband when we find our son.
Good luck with that. I hear the guy's got the temper of an angry Rottweiler. One thing's for sure, you wouldn't want him hearing the bad news from someone else.
What's that supposed to mean?
Things happen. Sometimes word gets out before you want it to. You know, by accident.
I'm going to tell you just once. If you're thinking about blackmailing me, think again, because I will kill you if you hurt Eve.
I am calling Armin's assistant living residence, so you have no right to take her out without my permission.
Now, Eve, is that any way to treat your blood kin when they come for a surprise visit? No, I think Aunt Irma wants to be invited in, asked for a cup of tea. And I think you can ask TC to bring it from the kitchen with him when he comes in.
Oh, good heavens. Trash mouth. Where'd you learn that kind of language? In the gutter? You a disgrace to the family.
Apologize, Eve. You're upsetting a woman.
Who you calling old, Missy? And you can get me out of this hell house right now.
I will, Aunt Irma, I promise. But for now, let's just have a nice visit with Eve's husband.
Husband? What kind of man marries a trollop like that? Don't tell me. It must be one of them pimps.
Oh, not at all, Aunt Irma. He is a fine, decent man.
Well, what's he doing with her?
You know, that's just the thing. There's a lot he doesn't know about his wife, and I am thinking tonight is the perfect time to tell him everything you know. Eve, why don't you keep Aunt Irma company? I'll go get TC. I am in the mood for a lovely long chat. Aren't you?
It's not my fault, Charity. Yeah, it is. I told my mother about Antonio's death before she was even ready.
Your mother has been sick for a while, all right? This is not your fault.
So I lose my brother and I'm going to lose my mom. What are you doing?
Giving her something to stop the seizures. Her body should start relaxing in a moment.
See, she's calming down already.
I'm going to put an oxygen mask on you to help regulate your breathing. We won't keep it there any longer than necessary. She's still a little groggy from seizures, but this should bring her around. There you go. Good. Slow, deep breaths. That's it.
My Antonio's dead. My son is dead. My Antonio's dead. It's true. Antonio's dead. My son is dead.
Is it afraid of this?
Mama, you need to calm down, okay? Please. You're going to make yourself sick again.
My little baby boy. Oh my God. I lost so many years to my son. My son is coming back, now he's gone again. This isn't fair. Oh, God.
You've got to let me put the mask back on.
What difference does that make? My son is dead. My son is dead. Oh, please tell me. You tell me how my son died. Please, I want to know. Please.
We will tell you everything later, just not right now, okay?
Sure. I'm his mother. I deserve to know. Please. Please.
Please. I never should have said anything in the first place while you were in here. Look, I promise you, Sheridan and I will tell you everything as soon as you get out of here and you feel better. But, Mama, listen to me for now. Just please do as the nurse says and just calm down.
My firstborn, my baby. All he ever wanted was to be happy. He tried so hard to make a life for himself, to do what was right. He wanted to do what was right. Oh, God, for years I prayed, please, please, dear God, please, please, Antonio, come home, please, come home. And he didn't find me. I thought all the dreams with his family and for my Antonio were going to come true. And now you tell me that my son is gone. You're telling me that my son is gone, that all my dreams meant nothing, that my son's dreams for himself meant nothing. Oh, God. Please. Oh, God, all his dreams are gone because he's dead. Oh, God.
I'm so sorry, Mama.
Please. Please. Don't make me wait. Please don't make me wait. I want to know how your brother died. Please tell me how your brother died. Please. Please. Now. Please.
No, Teresa, you're crazy. I mean, you're certifiably crazy. There's no way that I'm Fox's mystery woman. I mean, it doesn't even make any sense. It's true, though, because I heard him. You know, I heard him and I thought nobody was listening. Actually, it is starting to make this weird kind of sense, you know? Fox is head over heels in love with you. I don't even believe this is happening. Well, it's kind of ironic, isn't it? I finally meet a guy who takes my mind off of Ethan, but I wonder didn't feel quite right, you know? He was always in love with you. I had a chance. Teresa, honey, that's why he took my breaking up with him so well, because he's still in love with you. Just like I'm in love with Ethan.
Aren't you glad Teresa decided to come back with me? Yeah, Chad, sure, I guess so, yeah. You know, I couldn't believe it when she handed you your walking papers a while ago. Yeah, that makes two of us. So, are you gonna let her make things right with you again? But if you want my opinion, I think you should. Yeah, you two are great together. Me and Whitney always say that. Yeah, Chad, I don't know. You're still in love with her. What makes you say that? The way you look at it. Like just now, man. It's the real deal. Take it for someone who knows. I appreciate your interest, Chad. Really, I do. You know, when I figured out you weren't the world's biggest jerk, I wondered who this woman was that had your heart doing handstands. And then Whitney, she figured out it was Teresa and it all came together. I mean, I knew it had to be one of them, and it could be my girl because you're not that big of a jerk. Anyway, but I hope you two work things out. You know, both of you have been great to Whitney, and it means the world to me. You know, she needs her friends now more than ever. You know, with all this garbage going on with her mother and her father. I know. Tried to talk to her about that. And not easy, is it?
No, not really. She kind of blew up at me. She doesn't want to believe they're not having an affair.
Yeah, well, even I'm beginning to wonder. You know, I had this long talk with your old man tonight.
Really?
Yeah, he came by the studio and for some reason started opening up to me. I mean, get this. One of the richest guys in the world, Julian Crane, talking to me like I'm one of his handball partners at the country club.
What did he say?
Well, more than you'd guess. But what really impressed me was his support about me and Whitney. He kept telling me to stick close to her and not let anything come between us.
Really?
Yeah, it was like he was warning me something bad was going to happen with Dr. Russell. And that when it did, Whitney was going to need all the love and caring she can get.
And you will stay away from Eve Russell and her family, Russell. Help me, God.
Back off, Buster. The money you gave me doesn't give you the right to lay a hand on me.
I'll do a hell of a lot more than that if you make any more threats.
Now relax. Who said I was talking about myself? I'm just saying that secrets have a way of spilling out before the people involved are ready to share them. I'm beginning to think you're as bad as your old man, sending me all the way down to Mexico to do his dirty work.
Allison sent you to Mexico to do what?
Never mind. I shouldn't have said anything.
You did, so tell me the rest.
Ask your father. He'd kill me if I told you. In case you haven't noticed, he's not real understanding of being double-crossed. I'm already taking a big risk getting you all this 411 on your son.
All right, which is why I'm paying you that fortune, so time's up. Tell me the name of my son.
Too bad there's not a chair around, Mr. Crane. You're going to need to sit down.
You are my passion for life.
Blood pressure is skyrocketing, Pilar. You don't need to be any more upset. Please don't treat me like a child. Please. I'm a mother who's been told that her son just died. Please. Tell me what happened to Antonio. That is in order. Please.
Look, I've got to tell my mother, or else she's going to keep getting more and more anxious.
You might be right. Just be careful how you choose your words.
Well, I'll do my best.
Don't come near me unless you're going to be truthful with me.
All right. I promise. Antonio was on an airplane when it exploded in midair, okay?
Where was he going? Was he on his way to that island where he met Sheridan?
I don't know.
What about the other passengers? How many other people killed?
There weren't any passengers, okay? It was a private jet.
What was my son doing on a private jet? Whose plane was he on, Lise?
I don't need to know all these details, okay?
Lise, please don't stop in the middle of the story. Please tell me everything. Please tell me everything. I want to know whose plane was he on?
Okay, he was on Alistair Crane's jet.
You can't tell me that the idea never popped into your mind.
Well, yeah, I guess maybe once or twice, but, I thought I was the one who was being crazy. I thought that Fox was in love with you and that mystery woman that you never wanted to talk to me about.
Looks like you're his mystery woman, right? Think about this, okay? Fox is always hanging around you in chat.
Well, yeah, because you were there too, right?
And every time Chad needed someone to look after you, didn't it ever strike you as strange that Fox was always around and he always said yes? I thought he was just being a good friend. And so did I. Well, did you ever pick up on anything when the two of you guys were alone together?
Oh my God.
see? Fox is in love with you, Whitney. What are you gonna do?
You all stay right here. I'll fetch TC. Won't he be surprised to meet Aunt Irma?
Don't you do it, Liz. Who lives here anyway?
I do, with my husband.
That's what she calls him. But I know better. Who is he, your sugar daddy? Bad girls like you don't live in houses like this. Your home is in the gutter.
I just love her spirited attitude, don't you? Why are you doing this to me? Oh, please, do I have to spell it out one more time what you and your self-centered ways did to me? I didn't mean to hurt you. I hurt myself more. Fine. Tell it to TC right after she's finished telling him all about you. You say that you love TC and my daughters. So you hate me. How can you do this to them? Sometimes you have to make tough choices, Eve. I've come to realize that paying you back is the only way I'm going to get closure. So if other innocent people are hurt, then you'll just be the cause of it just once again.
Tell me the name of my son. You, Em. I've kept you in suspense long enough. Your son, by the esteemed Dr. Eve Russell, is none other than... Wake up. Tell me the name of my son.
Here we go. So, my dad didn't say what he thought was going to happen to Whitney's mom?
We didn't spell it out, but he said it had something to do with old secrets coming out. But there was someone out there who would love nothing more than to see Dr. Russell's family and her marriage destroyed.
Right, but he didn't say who?
Mm-mm. You know, man, I know you've never really been tight with your old man, but Julian's been pretty nice to me.
Yeah, so you keep saying.
I mean, even Whitney used to like him. Before she got it stuck in her head that her mother was having an affair with him behind her father's back.
Yeah, well, you know what? My dad can be awfully charming when there's something in it for him.
Well, you know what's weird? Even your grandfather's been nice to me.
Alistair High and Mighty Crane. Right, now I know you're smoking something.
No lie, bro. No, I ran into him one night on the dock, and he started asking me all about myself, about my life and my goals, and, well, you name it.
Well, that is weird.
Yeah, he even lent me some money to do something special for Whitney on Valentine's Day.
I don't get it.
Well, neither do I. And when I asked him why, he said it was a gift. Of course, I paid him back when I got the money.
Yeah, good. No, you should pay him back. Because the last thing you need is to be indebted to that man.
Yeah, well, that was my gut, too. But it was just so out there for him to take any interest in me at all that night when we were talking, all I could think about was, whoa, this cat is talking to me like I'm a bona fide member of his family.
I don't know, not quite. You know what I mean? I'm Alistair Crane's flesh and blood, and he's never taken any interest in my life, my future, my plans.
Well, that would give some people something to talk about, wouldn't it? The two of us turned out to be family.
Yeah. Then I can say, hey, everybody, look. It's my brother. The brother. You know?
Oh, please, you can't stop me, Eve. It is time for your husband to meet your family.
Tramp, trollop, slattern, whore.
This is gonna be fun.
And time is money, honey. We got to get to the Mohegan Sun. I'm feeling lucky.
Oh, not as lucky as I am, Aunt Irma. It won't be long, I promise.
I don't like her any more than I like you, but at least she's not a low-life prostitute.
Neither am I, Aunt Irma. I'm a doctor.
Doctor of what? Sex? Because that's what your education is in.
Would you please listen to me, Aunt Irma? You know that kind of person that I used to be? Well, I'm not that kind of person anymore. I've changed my life. I've worked so hard, Aunt Irma.
And it's true, and it's very true that when I was younger, oh, I made a mess of my life.
Well, now there's an understatement.
Yes, but it was a long, long time ago. So now I have a wonderful husband, and I have a beautiful house, and I have two of the most beautiful girls you've ever seen for daughters. Whitney, she's the oldest, and then there's Simone, who's my baby. And you are their great aunt.
The hell I am. I don't want anything to do with you. I told you that a long time ago. I don't know why you can't remember it. And I don't want anything to do with you or yours.
Mama, you are making such a terrible mistake. Don't you see? I've changed everything. I'm different now. Please, Aunt Irma, don't tell my husband what my life used to be like. Please don't tell him.
Die. You don't have to tell me the name of my son. We were so close, Eve. So close.
What the hell's the matter with you? You just killed someone. Get out of the car and see what you've done. Get out of the car, damn it!
Good evening, Julian. Father, I should have known. You killed him. And the problem with that would be?
So tell me, how are you going to handle having two men in love with you at the same time? What are you going to do?
Well, you know, if what you're telling me is true and Fox is really in love with me,
well, it is true. So is Chad.
Chad, oh my God, Chad expecting us to have this romantic weekend up
it's
here.
Okay,
How am I going to...
You can have it. You can have it. You can just concentrate on Chad and put what I told you in the back of your mind. I can keep Fox busy in the meantime.
Yeah, but how are you going to do that?
I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. You know, you don't have to tell anyone what I said. Especially Fox. It's not like you returned his feelings or anything. I mean, if you play this right, you and Chad can be as happy together as ever. But what about Fox? Well, honey, I don't think he's going to say anything to you. I mean, he's too respectful of your relationship with Chad. You know, with a little time, I think you and Fox can come out of this whole thing as friends. And that's what you want, isn't it?
Hey. Are you two as hungry as we are? We were thinking about a romantic dinner for the four of us. What do you say?
My uncle died on Alistair Crane's plane.
That's right.
I don't understand. Where was he going? He wanted me to go away with him. But he knew you were reconciling with Louise.
And didn't accept him. And I figured if you took Sheridan away, then there was no way we could get back together.
You take me away against your will.
I was so upset when I got my memory back.
I know. I was very upset the last time I saw him. But then, he let you go. Why did he stay on the plane?
No. I should have been on that jet, and it took off, and I would have been, if Antonio had made the most difficult decision of his life.
I don't understand.
You saw how unhappy I was. He realized that I was meant to be with Louise, not him.
Why did he stay on the plane? I know I don't have an answer for that.
Maybe he just wanted to get as far away from Harmony and me as he could, and I'm so sorry because this is all my fault.
No, don't. Don't take it on yourself. My son is My son was a grown man. This explosion, it was an accident. Yeah, well, I mean, what else would it be, right? I don't know. Well, was the Crane involved in any way? It could have been deliberate. No, I don't have any proof of that, okay? But you believe it was intentional, right? I can see it. Mama, please. Don't make things worse, okay? I can see it. Alistair blew up his own jet with my son. Yes. He thought that Sheridan was still on the jet. He didn't care who he killed. Oh, my God.
You knew I was about to find out the name of the son I had with you.
Of course I did. Why else would I have bothered to take this car out this evening?
Damn you to hell.
Oh, I believe I've already got reservations down below. In any case, you won't learn your love child's name unless or until I want you to. I thought I'd made myself clear on that point. Seeing you race around like a gerbil without his wheel, trying to play hero to your songstress-turned-doctor girlfriend, there's nothing I enjoy more than watching you get oh so close, then pulling the rug out from under you.
What runs through those veins of yours, Father? Certainly not human blood.
Are you finished? Because the evening's getting on.
Just going to let this fellow lie here.
Why not? He deserves that and more for trying to work for both of us. If it bothers you so much, call 911. I'm sure they'll send someone for the body. Oh, Julian. Julian, you're a desperate man looking for a needle in a haystack. If I were you, I'd give up the search. Tell Eve to concentrate on the family she already has.
Father, I won't give up. I'll never give up. I made Eve a promise. And I will find our son for her.
Another bad judgment call on your part. Reconsider before more people wind up hurt or dead.
So, the kitchen's open late tonight so we can have dinner, but it would be up to you, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, let's do it. I mean, I know Teresa's gotta be hungry eating for two.
Yeah, always these days.
Yeah. Alright, then what are we waiting for? It'll be fun, you guys. Just like old times, the four of us together.
If you hurt Eve or her family...
Why would I do that?
For the sick, twisted pleasure of it.
I have other amusements, though I must say this is one of my favorites.
Listen, you sick bastard. If you need to inflict pain on someone to get your jollies, I'm here. Leave Eve alone.
You really have a very small world view, Julian. Who said I was the only person around who wants to see Dr. Eve twist in the wind?
What are you talking about? This has something to do with Liz.
See for yourself. But I have it on good authority that there'll be lots of free entertainment at the Russell house tonight.
Like what? What are you telling me?
Well, I'm not certain you really want to know. All I'll say is your Eve may be needing her Prince Charming along about now.
Don't tell my husband about the past, Anna.
Why not? He married you, didn't he? He got a right to know who he's sleeping next to every night. That is, if you come home.
Oh, I do, Aunt Irma. I come home every night. It's my husband and my daughters. Everything to me. Oh, Aunt Irma, I swear to you, I am changed. I am not the girl that you remember.
I remember a girl who forgot her upbringing, who took the road to Babylon instead of the righteous path.
It's true. It's true, Hannah. I made such mistakes. I'm not denying them. But I was lucky. Because I just realized what a mess that I was making out of my life before it was too late. And I worked hard, Mama. I worked so hard. I mean, I became a doctor.
Stop telling that big old lie. Now I know you're hooked on drugs.
Lucky you. You want a reprieve. At least for a few minutes.
Where's TC? Out! He went to the store for a bottle of wine, but he'll be back in a few minutes.
When can I get out of here?
Oh, it'll be soon, Aunt Anna, I promise. Oh, you see? There is TC now.
No, Liz.
Yes, Eve. This is the moment that I have promised you since the day I arrived in Harmony. Glory, hallelujah. It is Judgment Day.
You're going to have to let me put this back on.
What's that?
Oh, your mother's blood pressure is skyrocketing. I'm going to have to ask you both to leave.
Mama, please, you have to listen to the nurse and relax. Please, Mama, just calm down.
How can I relax? I've just been told that my firstborn has been murdered by a monster named Alice Crane. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness.
She's going into another seizure. Code blue. Room 360. Code blue.
Mama. No. Mama, please.
Once TC hears the truth about you, you're gonna be back in the gutter where you belong.
You know Teresa? She will settle for any crane she can bamboozle into falling for her.
I'm just asking you for sure that Gwen doesn't have to worry about Teresa anymore.
Tonight, NBC's new summer season continues with an all-models Fear Factor and a stunt you can sink your teeth into. Then it's down to the final two on For Love or Money. Will it be the good girl or the girl who'll do anything to win?
Wow, that's $1 million that you could possibly win here.
And on an all-new Who Wants to Marry My Dad, the woman the daughters vote off could be the wrong one.
My own daughters went against me.
NBC's new summer season continues tonight.